So right now I have an issue with my computer because I game downstairs in the living room. Very, very ideal for someone like me. Yeah, I have had multiple occasions where I have been interrupted on camera. I think actually most of my legacy videos are down now, but I've actually been interrupted in one of those. It was kind of funny. I actually kept it in the video just because it was funny, but still, because to fix that, my parents will let me take the gaming computer I have right now up here, which is a pretty good computer. It's about 4 or 5 years old now, but still running great. Not selling it though, because it doesn't belong to me. And that's because I have to make a new one if I want to move up, get up here, to get away from, yeah, because I need better space for recording YouTube videos. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for living in my room without a computer. But I suppose it also lets me invest into something else. This ancient machine from 2005. This here is an Gmachines T3302. And as you know, they're slow. This here is a potato. I know. I've used it, and I don't want to use it. Actually, here's some quick lore. Here, go to this time if you want to skip lore. But this computer actually was my very first computer. Sorta. I mean, it was a shared computer between me and my sister. But my sister never really gave a crap about it, considering that she only wanted to play like Xbox 60 and play with stuffed animals and stuff. So I essentially had this computer all to myself when I was like 5, I think. And that was like in 2012. This thing was 2005, and it's a budget machine. As you can imagine, it was pretty freaking slow back then. And I'll complain the high crap about it. So my dad eventually just got me to shut up with getting me what was essentially a 2008 gaming computer, 3 years newer than this. And that actually right now is my current computer. I'm probably editing this video on, maybe. But if I get what I need, I'll probably be editing this video on this computer right here. After I rebuild it. But that machine was rebuilt into around 2018 because the motherboard or something died in it. So now that is my current, at the time of recording this segment of the video, gaming computer, and I need to replace it. So now back to this old piece of history. Too cheap for history. Yeah, so I'll show you the specs on this machine right now. Can't see any of this text, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that because my camera kind of sucks. But this Gmachine's T3302 desktop PC is equipped with none other than a very, very budgety AMD Sempron processor 3300 plus that runs that whole 2 GHz, 1600 MHz FSB, and 128 kilobytes of L2 cache. Not good. Next down is the optical drive, which has been removed from this computer because I think it's broken. Hard drive, 160 gigs, 512 megabytes of memory, which is awful. And then 8-in-1 bullcrap. Yeah, ports, 5 USB apparently. Came with a modem, but I took it out just for using it eventually. Video, just internal graphics, garbage, and Ethernet, which is all that's advertised on the sticker that you unfortunately can't read. I'm sorry about that, but, well, my budget's quite slim. So as you may have heard from me, this computer is not good. Absolutely not. Considering it's from 2005, I don't think it's pretty good. But, because of course I'm not going to be using this computer because it's not even remotely fast enough to even start some of the stuff I use today, I'm of course going to be upgrading it. But with many of the poor decisions I've made before, this is yet probably another one. But my idea is pretty cool. I'm going to turn this thing right here into a sleeper computer. Yes, there's plenty of problems, like main one being airflow, but this is going to be probably one of the coolest projects ever I've built. Starting off, because let's be honest, first moment you see that letter E on this computer, well, you just point and laugh. That's just what you do. If you don't, well, you're either not a computer nerd like me or just don't live last year. Anyway, so what I'm probably hoping to upgrade with is this right here, starting off with this Ryzen 5 5600X right here. This actually was donated to me by my dad because he upgraded to a Ryzen 7 5800X, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was that, 5800X. This right here turned out to be a pretty serious mistake, using a Ryzen 5 5600X that my dad had no use for. Kinda wonder why he had no use for it. Well, turns out that this thing is slightly broken. Yeah, it definitely is kind of sort of the breaker of this. This really broke the back of my project. I'm also going to be using the stock cooler. I have to see how well it cools the CPU, because it's kind of iffy on that, but if it doesn't work, I have to switch like something like a knock to a cooler, but that'll be for later problems I don't worry about. It'll probably bite me in the butt, but yeah. Hey, future me speaking. So for other parts, I forgot to include the past part. For my RAM, I'm doing this Corsair Vengeance LPX 216 gigs, which is total 32 gigs, 3600 megahertz, DDR4 RAM. That's about it. For a power supply, I'm doing this Corsair RM850X. It's a nice power supply. It's probably all I need for this build, considering I'm looking to upgrade graphics cards, and that 9080 Ti is probably doing just fine. So yeah. And finally, in terms of my motherboard, I'm going to be using this Asus Strix X570i, because it's about all I could find that could fit in this computer system. So as long as it works, I don't really care. But yeah. Anyways, back to past me. Alright, kind of a rude interruption there, but okay, thanks Future Me for that extra specs sheet that I do not have with me at the moment of recording. Anyway, right now, at the moment, I am going to be using this GTX 9080 Ti from like 2014. This is not as old as a computer, but it's still pretty freaking trash. This isn't my permanent plan. I hope to upgrade to an XFX Radeon RX 6650 XT, but right now I can't afford that because I don't have a part-time job. So yeah, that's why I'm so poor. This will be the current graphics card I'll throw in the computer, and I'll at least be okay for some things. Like it'll be laggy as crap. I'll be complaining on freaking video how laggy my computer is, but it'll at least fit in this case, sort of a little bit. If I take out the hard drive cage, which I'm not going to use anyway, but which is where that Samsung SSD is going to go. So yeah. Anyway, but after that, I have to really get this thing just kind of sort of cut out. But first, before we do that, just to show you how absolute garbage this computer is real quick, let's fire it up, see how long it takes. Be a second here, I need to hook up this monitor. Okay, so, after almost completely destroying my only camera in my currently running ceiling fan, let's boot this thing up. And also check out my absolutely sweet little mouse I had like 10 years ago. Look at that. Isn't it awesome? Little car. Alright, now, power this baby up. God, that. Yeah, see how I said this thing was in stock? Yeah, there's a graphics card in this thing, and the fan's going out. So, smart. Windows XP, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. It's so cool. It's awesome. Oh, I need the keyboard. Here we go. Welcome. I have no speakers, so there's no audio, but. And that is our startup time right there. Spy Hunter 4 on here. Check it out. Let's look at some of the applications we have here. We have, what is this? Nickelodeon, something Party Blast, Land Before Time, Stuart Little 2. I actually remember playing that game. And that's it. Yeah, but suggesting by this thing was last used around 2014, which actually kind of sort of makes sense. God, that poor graphics card. Come on. I don't want to stick my finger in there and get it to work correctly now. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So yeah, now I can't really run anything. This thing should have Wi-Fi. Oh no, it's not working. That's not good. Alright, let's see our shutdown time. Turn off. And it's off. There we go. So that is the end of this pile of garbage computer. I would have surfed the web on this thing a little bit, but the internet card wasn't working, so I'll fix it. Alright, so I got all the rest of the components ordered, and now I just need to get all the old crappy components out of this old computer. So, because can't really put stuff over other stuff. So, and here is our ancient computer. Alright, so let's start off with this Wi-Fi card. Little 2.4 gigahertz card. Not too impressive compared to today though, so I'm absolutely not using it in a modern computer. Alright, here's our hard drive. Now I do have hopefully a future project for this little hard drive cage, so it will stay for now, just not the hard drive. So, alright, things are getting kind of simple now, so let's start unplugging the rest of the things that the power supply are connected to. And here is our extremely cheap generic 300 watt power supply. Man, things have advanced since then. Alright, and now we should be able to unscrew the rest of our motherboard. Let's get a few of these other wires out of the way. And there's our motherboard with RAM and the CPU under this. Alright, so be right back. Just gotta put these screws back in their holes so I don't lose them. Alright, that is now our empty case, and I'm gonna put this on the ground for now, just to save us some space. And just for the heck of it, Alright, now just for the heck of it, let's check out this dirty motherboard to what it's equipped with. So now there's a RAM. If you guys can see it at all, which I know you cannot. I'm worried now because I just dropped my CPU. There you go. Now you guys can see it just fine. Alright, so in terms of RAM, we have one Samsung. There's a whole 512 megabytes. And Windows 11 won't even run on that, so that is absolutely trash. Well, probably not for like 90s computer users, but in terms of my use right now, it is absolutely garbage. Alright, and now, the moment of truth, have our, what is it? AMD Sempron, I'm pretty sure? Yeah, AMD Sempron, yeah. It's gotta be. There's our thing. Now, I hate this stupid bracket here. This is probably going to end up when the CPU just ripping off in the bottom of the heatsink. Right. Oh, I kind of want to undo this. That'd help. Alright, 3, 2, 1. This is scary. Oh, yep, it happened. Oh no, oh no, 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 nope, 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 no, 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 whoa, 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 no, 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 no. Oh no! Look at that. This thermal paste is glue. Alright, I'm gonna pry this CPU off of here. Oh my god. Ew, this stuff's disgusting. Oh, they use a thermal pad. No wonder. Ew. Oh, and one of these pins is absolutely destroyed too. Yeah, this is our AMD Sempron 3300 Plus. It is very disgusting, and now probably broken, considering I bent a pin in the process of that. But that's why you twist when you remove the heatsink. But I couldn't because of this stupid plastic piece of...
Yeah, I just did that. I just put a heatsink without any bottom support onto my desk. So now my desk is completely covered in nasty thermal paste. Thankfully though, as you'll see later, this is no longer my problem because my sister now has this desk and she'll have to deal with it. And she doesn't really care about it anyway, so, yeah, no consequences. So, yeah, by this point, I got kind of lazy about recording and just didn't record. So, yeah, you never really got to see the modification part, but thankfully, I do have some okay paint skills and okay Paint 3D skills. Plus an additional GIMP, but I didn't use GIMP, so, yeah, it's just paint. So, to get actually good airflow into this very minimal airflow case, well, I had to take a big old jigsaw to the front of the case. So, yeah, I was just kind of an idiot with this. Just kind of sort of doing whatever. And when I was taking this thing to this tiny little steel chassis, I was getting the living crud completely shaken out of me by this big old jigsaw. I was like, holy man, like, I've never really experienced something like this in my life. Like, is this what it, like a roll? Is this like a super? Is this like what that one roller coaster that got shut down in Cedar Point is like? Like, holy Jesus.
Alright, so I just finished making a hole here for the front of the case so it can finally intake some air. Because as you know, if you want a sleeper case, this is one of the biggest problems you have to face. But I made a bit of coal with help from my dad, and now my 5600 and 90 Ti should not suffocate. But right now this isn't what I have to do, because I need to build the computer first. And to do that, I need to have a motherboard that's already assembled. So, one second please, just need to put this down the ground, because it's not needed right now. Alright, so starting off, here's my ROG Strix X570i. Had to buy it on eBay because no one was selling it anywhere else, so I hope this works. And yeah, here's the motherboard right there. Look at it. Let's go put the bottom of the box and put this stuff out of it real quick. Got him a failure. I found it. It was literally in the box, covered up by a piece of foam. To the point where I couldn't find it. Dear God. Alright, let's get this done. Nice. Ratchet down. Boom. 5600 installed. Alright, now I need to remove these crappy mounts. Now I'm just going to be using the stock cooler for this one, because I ran out of budget. But this is a 5600X, it should be just fine with the stock cooler in it. I need thermal paste, I'll be right back. I got some of this MX4 thermal compound. I'll throw it onto our computer real quick. If I can get it out of the box, there we go. Don't really need that. I really don't want this thing to reach. I'm going to put too much thermal paste on this. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, that's probably way too much, but oh well. So if it works, it works. I don't really care. Let's install our stock cooler. Okay, That's our heatsink. Oh, that's just out of the way. This little rubber piece right here is hitting the stupid AMD logo. Alright, so let's plug in our CPU fan. And boom. That's the fan. At least the first one anyway. 3 fans total in the system. Alright, let's get our RAM out. Ooh. Peel time, if I can start it. Come on, get off of there. Come on. Peel time. PC building ASMR, boy. Alright, so before I could do any of that other stuff, like before I get the motherboard installed, might want to install my power supply first so I can get it out of the way. So let's remove the sticker here. Nice. And I want it facing down because I want more airflow through the power supply. So, please. Alright, screw her in. Okay, that's our power supply in. Much nicer. Alright, let's get our I/O shield in there real fast. Alright, now it is time for our motherboard. Real quick though, I need to remove the screws that are preventing my motherboard from going into its place. That did sound good. I'm gonna inspect. Nothing seems to be broken. Alright, back to failing. Get my motherboard in. This is so heart-wrenching. Holy crap. Number 4. Okay. And that's it. For the most part. Now I have to do the worst part of it, in my opinion, which is wiring all of it up. Alright, I finally got the PCIe cables in. Now it's finally time for the last thing that I have to plug in this disaster of the PC. And I still have to take out the PCIe screws. I'm so sick of this by this point. Beautiful. It's in there. Okay, gotta boot it up. The RGB on the motherboard just flashing like crazy. So let's see what happens. 3, 2, 1. That's not good.
And in fact, that was not good at all. So, this video is already almost 30 minutes long, so I'm just going to break it up to part 2. Wait for part 2 in the next couple of days, and then you will see my troubleshooting process and this thing finally running. After the severe amount of months that it took for me just trying to get this thing running. Probably not worth it, but oh well, I don't really care. It's like, bear with me guys, please.